Hey, I got to address something, guys. Maybe this is a little more for me than anything else, but I do have to address something. And my team, we're going to have to work pretty fast and get this turned around. I'm getting a text right now, but it's from a good source. I got to leave it at that. But in the level of sources, I'll use school terms. This is a B+. This guy that's given this to me is a B+. Now, he's not telling me something. He's speculating at something. But because he's doing it, it makes me think maybe you guys are doing it. So, Jon Jones has come out and said he has a date to announce, but he's going to stand back until Dana does it. Simultaneously, Tom Aspinall has announced he has signed a bout agreement for Manchester, but that he's going to stand back until Dana announces who it is. And because it's these two guys and they're both at heavyweight, boom, it's Tom fighting Aspinall. And I just want to disclose for you, that's out there. Maybe you're hearing it. I'm getting it from a good source. I don't believe that at all. At all. I do not think that's the direction that we're going at all. And for a number of reasons. Now, that would sure be exciting for England. But that would also, if you knew that you had Tom versus Jon, just for example, you now know that Edwards is not on the card. And from a business standpoint, that kind of a play is not a play that you would do if the rest of your card was staying intact. Just for one, just so we can eliminate it. But two, I just want to clear that up. And I'm willing to be wrong. I'd be stunned if I was. I don't have inside information. I'm just sharing you as I stand back and I look at the board. I don't come to the same conclusion, though I do acknowledge the same evidence. You would be talking about pulling a fast one on Stipe. And to remind you how we got here, Jon Jones versus Stipe, headed for Madison Square Garden, November 2023. When Jon Jones tore his bicep, Sergey Pavlich and Tom Aspinall came forward. Now, Sergey was already there. To remind you, he was the backup fighter, well-known and well-advertised. He was already there. So it was really a matter of just getting Tom across the pond and onto the scale. But the question was asked of Dana, if Sergey's already here and he was the backup fighter, it sounds like we need Sergey to be a backup fighter against the guy that's not hurt, meaning Stipe. And good for that media member that asked the question. It was the exact right question to ask. And Dana's answer, I'll never forget it. He said, no, we never did offer it to Stipe. I said, well, why not? And Dana said, I'm not making that call. I'm not drawing the short straw. I'm not the one that's going to call and disrespect Stipe and offer him an interim title shot. So I promised him the greatest and most successful ever that he would be taking on Jon Jones in the Mecca. I'm already pulling him down to co-main. I'm already giving him a new opponent, and now I'm not even going to put up the same prize. It was an undisputed top fight. Now I'm adding a little bit to Dana's words, but you guys remember this too, right? That's the reason I want to refresh that, so we can be really sure it's not going to be Stipe. And, all right, I apologize. We can be really sure it's not going to be Jones sliding in, because that would be a big diss on Stipe.